But cool. So good to see everybody. This is awesome. Very happy to be back around the digital table, so to speak. Very much looking forward to actual tables. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, sip the tea and rock on. I mean, I'm a little out of practice. Shit, how do we do this?
Question.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
question. Yeah. Did we actually pick someone to do it this time?
We technically
Is that
the question?
Did we? The question is, did we ask anyone to do the question?
If I have a question, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay.
Fire away.
So, if your character were a weapon, what would they be? Go get Brad.
An incredibly large Swiss Army knife.
That is so highly accurate.
Yeah.
Like one of those Swiss Army knives that looks like it's a joke, but they actually made it.
Yeah.
It's
And
like as thick as 5 Swiss Army knives duct taped together.
Yeah, and it's not more useful than all of those tools individually.
It's just
they're
heavier.
All in one thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
perfect.
Anybody else?
Yeah, right. So what I would be is a giant shield.
It's not a weapon.
Yes, it is. Have you ever hit somebody with a shield? It hurts.
There's actually a hilarious clip of some short guy getting absolutely demolished by a taller guy with a shield. Like just one bash and he's done, like right to the forehead. I'll share it later.
There was somebody I read actually who dual wielded shields, and like he was a dwarf fighter, and he would just shield you. I don't know how that worked, but I guess it did.
Yeah, there's an enemy in Dark Souls that did that. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Two big tower shields for like
Dude,
forearm guards. Yeah,
the memes with that build are hilarious. You just
Right.
push
Memes
people
are
off
always
cliffs all day.
hilarious.
That's what I would be. I would be a gigantic shield made of only the finest of iron and stone.
Gotcha. Right.
Good answer, Anolo. I'll go next if no one else has thought of their answer yet.
Go for it.
Well, if I were to be a weapon, my friends, I think I would actually be a small pocket knife. It's useful in many situations. It could be used to stab, but more often I use it for whittling.
Okay. Who is next?
I think I would probably be something like a small, ornate glass cannon.
Has Snow been reading my notes for my way overdue zine? That's the weapon I've planned. That's hilarious.
Beautiful. Ander or Tyrael or Thurkir or Soot?
Well, I mean, the easy one would be to say I'm a rapier for my rapier wit, of course, and perhaps with an ornate hilt and hand baskets, something to match the sharpness with beauty.
Okay, nice.
I'd be a wet sock. You can wash things with a wet sock, or sometimes you can wear it.
Is that a weapon though?
You can suffocate.
Depending on
someone.
what the sock is soaked with. It could
Have
be
you
a
ever hit
terrible weapon.
somebody with a wet sock?
They don't like it.
No, they don't.
No.
I mean, nobody likes wet socks. They're very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And if
More
that
like
wet sock
wearing
is
wet
like
socks.
disease,
Perfect.
Sweaty sock.
Here's smoking kills. Maybe you could just be a pipe. Take a very long time.
I like that. That sounds fun.
Smoke inhalation will kill you eventually.
Okay.
Thurkir does not know how to answer this question as weapons are weak. and Thurkir is basically a weapon, so I would be myself.
Oh, jeez.
So Thurkir, you're saying
register these.
you'd be your own razor sharp claws, jaws, and tail.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fair answer.
Tyrael?
with like Torment still in the picture, like if he was,
It's up to
he'd
you.
be a flail.
Okay.
But if I get to keep things the way things are right now, just a stout ashwood staff.
Cool. Any NPCs you want to know about? How they see themselves?
Fred.
Fred. Oh my gosh, if Fred were a weapon?
Fred were a weapon. Right. What would he be?
Gosh. I mean, I think I'd have to go with, yeah, it's kind of that's a good image of Alvin. Gosh, what would Fred be? I don't really fight much. I don't like it, but if I had to, I would just sick Johnny at everybody. I guess I would be the Chimera.
Not a weapon, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is. I mean, I've seen dogs be used as weapons before. I mean, Chimera is just basically the same. I mean,
If
just big old.
Thurkir can be Thurkir,
Yeah.
Right.
Fred can be.
If a falconer can use a hawk as a weapon,
Yeah.
Or like a karate kick can be used, as a weapon for a karate guy.
Maybe I'll just be a foot. I'll be a foot.
I mean,
For
a good
wet
heavy
sock.
boot will do in a pinch.
You could
Wait.
you could wear me. I'd
If
be
he
a
was-
wet sock, and you could put
No, wait, but
this wet
if he
sock
was
on
the
the foot.
The wet sock would be the weapon to the foot. Yeah, you can wear the wet sock.
And with our powers combined, we're one large, incredibly dangerous giant.
Yeah. I like where this is going. We have a new campaign right here.
Inanimate objects.
Yeah.
The world's silliest weapons.
Boy, don't give me ideas.
Yeah,
okay.
too late.
Yeah, right. Oh, so you guys ready to rock and roll?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Let's get the hat. Yes. Okay. Last time, from what I remember, this is we had a week off. You squared off against Fred, stealing a talisman that sealed up a doorway underneath a garden where Zedulus is contained, along with, from what you learned, the entirety of the cult that was with him. At least the last figure you had was 100 people, and that might, that's simply what Fred told you. After talking Fred off, reconnecting and not fighting Fred and learning about his story, there was a lot of discussion about what to do with this talisman, which has been broken once again and scattered in different parts. One of which I think is in a demiplane, right? Soot could, and then after that, it was pretty much we had some time to relax, to reconnect with things or hobbies or interests, and we left it with you all getting a nice long rest, and we're gonna pick up back in the morning. You have healed, recharged your spells, and Oddlot, the day is yours.
Brad will be doing his yoga routine in the sunroom.
Alvin will be joining Brad in the sunroom to do sun salutations and tree poses.
Andrew will be taking his tea, watching them in the sunroom, making fun of them.
Okay.
Alvin will whisper to Brad in Gnomish, which, to the best of his knowledge, Andrew doesn't speak. Psh, this guy. He has no appreciation.
He's missing out, bro.
I'm telling you, I mean, I mean, he does his calisthenics and stuff. What's the difference?
I'd like to arm wrestle Fred.
Again?
So
the
over
morning?
breakfast, I'm eating. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we're just. Hey, Fred, listen. What do you say? You want? Let's give it a go. Arm wrestles.
Yeah. If you want, I mean,
I do. That's why I asked.
It's like, I know last time you seemed like you're kind of into the whole pain thing, and I'm not into that. But just
Let's just set the ground rules about what was said before. Anolo hates the pain. Okay, I take the pain for my friends because, well, let's just say they super hate the pain, and I'm big, so I can kind of take it, and they misconstrue that. I know that's a big word for me and for you.
nothing confusing about this at all.
Yes. So anyway, I hate pain. It's not something that gets me going. Let's do this because
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna beat you this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fred puts his arm out, and it's compared to your Goliath arm, it's diminutive. He's like, okay, and he basically kind of grab holds of like your lower arm.
Like right down here, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, let's do it.
Okay, all right.
So roll.
Now let's. Yeah, you don't take it easy either. And what roll do we make? Just strength?
Yeah, straight up strength. Oh, okay. So what'd you get?
19. I got a 19 total.
Okay. So as you and Fred are like neck and neck, he's just like, we don't have to keep doing this. This is really not that big a deal. And you just put your arm down.
Okay.
I
understand that we don't have to keep doing it, but I gotta at least test it once per day. Okay, just one time. Well, I'm gonna get you. We'll get you one time.
It's kind of it's a fun kind of routine we have. Okay, I can get behind this.
All right. Well, you've won the day, friend. So hats off to you, and no sore losers in this corner. I won't cry or nothing about it or anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Good job.
So I'm gonna go. So I'll go. You wanted some scones or something, or I can whip up some food, or
Wait,
scones. Yes.
Fred, you said before there were no more pancakes. Did you really mean that?
What he said.
I was angry. Yeah, I think we can probably make pancakes happen.
Yeah, we all say things in the heat of the moment that we don't mean.
Yeah, I mean it was a scary moment because I didn't know what you guys were gonna do with the talisman, and suddenly it's beaming a light back towards the the entrance, and I worked really hard to seal that up, and I know my family's still in there, but it's kind of weird, and I just
One second, buddy. This is new. I mean, I'm just gonna speak for everybody else, but did you say your family's in there?
We knew this.
Oh, yeah.
This is new to Anolo. Your family's in there, and that is a travesty. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Continue on with your story, and I'm just baffled.
That not much more of the story. I was just definitely in a weird headspace at the time, and I still learning. I'm still knowing you guys. I mean, we don't really. I know you own the place, and like I'm kind of here, but it's yeah.
Well, and
Anyway.
here's another thing I mean, you beat me today in an arm wrestling competition. And you also know, conversely, that I will beat you eventually.
Okay.
See? Two things now. You got it. Hey, Ander, I'm sorry, but like I must have missed this in incredible detail. How I totally remember that his parents are in there, but now I've got to cover up. So what why doesn't he want to go save his own family, buddy? And what? Why isn't he? What's going on? What have did I take a hit to the head or something?
Several, but in this case, I think it's simply perhaps you weren't totally present for the details. The former owner of this estate, he was a necromancer, and Zedulus was his name. And old Zedulus sort of started a cult. Yeah, because he was trying to cure an illness on his poor sick wife. and I think he may have wound up cloning her, and like it went completely off the rails at that point because other people were following him. He claimed to have the knowledge of immortality, and really, I think it was probably on death, so not exactly the same thing. Anyway, from the way Fred's freaked out about it, I would assume that not only did it involve his loved ones, but it went pretty terrible and like really bad for people on this general area. So somehow he grabs a bunch of magical things and imprisoned them all in a, for lack of a better word, tomb under the garden.
So I'm gonna get super close to you and like looking over and looking at Fred, and I get super close and I go, "You were definitely taking care of that, right?"
Well, that's what we have to figure out how we're going to do this, because I don't think Fred's going to want to play with us on this one.
Okay, listen, I've got an idea. I'm gonna talk quiet this time, but I'm gonna
Don't. How about you
listen.
don't do that this time? No. Hello.
Oh,
No.
all right. You might got. I'm gonna just whisper.
I think Fred might be able to read your mind. I think that's how he's secretly beating you in arm wrestling.
Yeah, Andrew, I gotta tell you, you've known me better than probably everything that I've ever known in my life, and you are dead on. I knew he was up to something. I mean, nobody beats nobody beats a no arm wrestling. Now I've got it though, so anyway. We really need to take care of it. I don't care what he thinks. This is bad business, buddy.
Maybe we can communicate through soot, which is, I can't believe I'm saying that, but that might be the secret, the safest way for us to share information on the down low.
Okay, hold up a second. Wait. Soot.
I'm out. I'm sleeping in the forest. Not to derail this entirely, but since I started going to sleep very like almost immediately, I went and took a nap instead of training. Can I have slept for my long rest, gotten up, opened up a demiplane, got the amulet back out, stuff it into my pants, close the demiplane door, and then have another long rest?
Sure, we can retcon that. Sure.
Okay, that's what. So I'm still asleep.
So I'm clicking around. So, hey, Soot's not around. I thought I could just do it by like doing one of these, but anyway, yeah. Let's finish our breakfast here, and let's just let's go see what those guys are doing in the yoga thing or whatever.
Well, I thought we were all in the yoga thing. Sorry.
Okay, so if you guys are gonna, you guys got adventuring to do. I should probably go check on Johnny and other things anyway. So, I'm gonna be out and about, tending to things. See ya.
Bye.
Okay. And then Fred kind of gets up, wanders away. The rest of the mansion is kind of quiet. You hear, people moving out. You hear, obviously, the yoga happening, and other things like that. Snow, what are you up to?
While they're out doing their morning calisthenics and routines and stuff, Snow would probably start the morning this time with taking a nice morning bath because it's been a little while since he's properly groomed, I think.
Okay.
I got a quick
At
question
least
about
a day.
Rid. You're Snow, right? And you like ice. Is he like a polar bear? Does he take baths in the ice cold water?
He actually likes warm water better.
Cool. Okay. Sorry.
Good to know. Okay. So other folks?
Tyrael just kind of drags himself out of bed, just goes immediately for coffee and waffles, or pancakes rather, and just tries to wake up.
Cool.
Tyrael, you look like hell.
I'm gonna get really close to Tyrael and let him in on the secret, being like, "Hey, I think Fred is reading my mind. He beats me at arm wrestling because he knows my secret. Don't let him think I'm telling you this because I want to get him tomorrow."
I raise an eyebrow at Ender and just slowly slurp the coffee and just go, "Oh, does he now?"
Mhm.
Yeah, Alvin would like to turn his back from Anolo and like eyebrowish at Ander, be like, because Anolo's so hard to read. And then just turn back around to Anolo and just be like, "Oh wow, yeah, that's a good plan, bud."
Well, it's the only one I got, and I thought it was a pretty good one. So yeah, I'm gonna get him. Gonna get him
Eventually,
tomorrow.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, I forgot about the weapons. No, that happened in the last episode too. Yeah, because now the Anolo's sword and Tyrael's trident was kind of burst out into the holy divine light and spoke to him and had an interaction with Anolo's sword. Similar, and then there was it said one thing to Tyrael and find the rest of the the weapons or something, the equipment. Correct? Is that right, Tyrael?
Yeah.
Yeah. I that was important. Totally forgot to mention that. So yeah, sorry.
Super important.
They're not like just lighting up casually every time we're near each other, right?
No.
Okay, cool. That would definitely ruin further stealth checks.
What stealth check on my end, man? I fail every single one of them. It's the best.
You want double disadvantage, dude?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll fail.
Right. So as the morning wears on, there's still plenty of food. As Eric is still finding happily making a feast for you in the kitchen, providing things, shuffling coffee out. You guys have a great meal. You finish your yoga. You kind of stretch and relax and wake up. The day is somewhat overcast. But it's one of those days where the sun kind of peeks through the clouds at certain points, kind of illuminating certain sections, and it's a slight breeze. The salt smell from the ocean comes in through the windows. It's not a bad day, but it's maybe a little chillier, maybe about 65 degrees or so.
I'll come in at this point. Yeah, and I just want to like go up to the table and like get to like where like a spot that looks like it's set out for somebody if it exists, and just start shoving things in my mouth and just like casually take the half of the thing out of my trousers and throw it onto the table next to me and just start like shoveling food in my mouth.
So you just took the talisman out?
Yeah, the quarter that I have. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. DM, is there in this gigantic mansion, is there any like decorative skull caps?
Yeah, sure.
Can I go put one on? I would like to grab a skull cap and put it on, and I'm gonna look over at Soot. Soot, I've got reason to believe that this doesn't work anymore, or at least it works just fine. But I mean, it's being intercepted by people unknown, quote unquote, Red.
I'm just gonna be like,
yes.
It just directly into your mind and just be like, it works better if you don't move your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Questioning my troll choices.
Decisions were made.
Yeah.
Only just now?
Yeah, only just this moment has so gone, huh?
Okay, so I know he's not talking. He's trying to like talk without talking. So, but you just dropped this talisman in front of us, and we were just talking about this.
Yeah. If we're gonna do this, guys, we need a plan. Are we? I assume we're not letting Fred in on our activities here.
Mm-mm.
You can talk now, Anolo.
Or you
Right.
could
So
use Browish if you prefer.
it just
Also-
gets a little confusing. I talk one way and it works the other way. You're right. So look, I don't think we should let Fred in on this because he's so sensitive to it. I mean, did you all know his family's down there?
Yes, he told us that.
It's terrifying. I mean, if you guys were down there, it'd be terrifying to me. But yeah, no, we can't let him in on this. Not one bit. That's why I'm wearing a skull cap.
Yeah, because you guys will probably kill all of them, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think that's the only solution.
And maybe not just kill them, but Anolo, you're the closest thing we have to a holy man. Will you be able to perform some sort of ritual? Or Alvin, I think you guys did something before when we laid our fallen comrades to rest.
So what we did was, in that instance, we definitely did more of a paying a tribute to that fallen friend. But yes, I do believe I've got some things that will make it so they can't come back. One.
I wish I had thought of that while I was doing my yoga with Brad this morning, but I've already spent my time in meditation and prepared myself for the day.
Yeah, probably not so.
Yeah, same, bro. Like, I didn't think about rituals.
Well, I did in the ritual casting sense, but I didn't think of it in the ceremonial cleansing sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking more about the fact that we were going to have to fight some undead, more than likely.
Right. Well, that would be step one. Step
Well,
two.
I definitely have
Yeah,
like a form of ceremony. In a ceremony, I can prevent one undead from coming back for 7 days.
I'm going to go on a limb and suggest that if we get the big bad evil necromancer / undead thing down there, that'll probably take care of all of our problems.
Yes.
The thing is, how are we getting down there before we handle any of this? We broke up the amulet, so we can't open the front door anymore.
Put the amulet back together. And I'm like, the point at it.
Or not.
But then it would get in, right?
Well, yes, but also things could get out, and that would be bad.
But we'd go in, and you guys wouldn't let him.
Well, I mean, that would be one idea.
Well, I won't let him.
It might also anger Fred, and a giant Fred is something I don't really want to deal with again.
That'd be good.
Like, we talk to Fred. Fred's chill, bro.
You think?
If he gets big and angry, he'll probably hit the undead before he hits us, right?
Maybe.
I think we should do it. We should get him riled up, right?
Good question. Can we just teleport in there? Can we just step through this closed thing and just, right inside? Another question. Instead of yeah.
Alternative is we have a whole bunch of underground caverns. Perhaps we could do some. I don't know how that works. I'm not a dwarf, but find one that runs close to the tomb.
Digging of some sort?
Well, we find the tunnel that goes closest to that underground area, and then we dig through or something.
Oh, we have
if
a giant.
we fail, there's no way to seal it back up.
What about the dragon? Can we take the dragon? The giant mechanical one? The mechanical would dig a hole. I don't know.
I think the mechanical dragon is prepared for digging.
Just with holes and things, we're leaving. Once you dig hole, you leave hole, and it can go in and out. I mean, that's the premise of a hole, right?
But you could collapse a tunnel behind yourself.
Yeah.
My people, the gnomes, we do some tunneling, not as much as dwarves, obviously, or kobolds. for that
Teleportation out of the question. Is that one off the table? Teleporting over.
Okay.
to yourself.
It would take a long time. We need somebody inside that we knew, or a piece of their body, so that I could send Golders my box. I go in the box, but before then, I put all of you inside of a demiplane. And then when we get there, I open the demiplane. I sleep, and I open the demiplane back up, and then we would be inside.
That sounds like a lot. So that.
Yeah, let's do it.
But that's
You've been thinking about that for a while, haven't you?
Let me tell you something. That
all
is
of it
better
depends
than
on
keeping a hole. I'm sorry, but yes. What were you going to say, Ender?
I said, and all of it depends on soot.
He's just the
So
smile
it's
just
totally
goes.
safe and logical and like a wise decision to make.
We could just open the front door.
I think by now Snow would probably show up for breakfast. Morning, everyone. What have I missed?
No. You look shiny.
Thank you for noticing.
We're gonna take
You see a Nola.
We're gonna take 2 days to get into the dungeon by teleportation. That's what I was.
Well, Fred has the other piece of the amulet. Has one of the pieces of the amulet, I should say.
Oh yeah.
He kept one, and then I know you had one, Soot.
I believe I took the other one.
There should be one more.
I believe I took it, Andrew.
Well,
I
that's
placed it in
three.
the grove.
But Fred,
Yeah, and Fred,
it's 4.
Fred,
Fred.
Ander.
Soot.
Calvin demiplane.
I have one.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't Andrew have one?
Let me double check. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
it's been
sure
2
Alvin
weeks.
had one, and he put it in his druid's grove so the grove guardians could protect it.
Yeah. Did I write this down? Let me see. And nope, I didn't write it down. I should have. Sorry.
Well, any one of us should have.
Was it not?
Because I remember. Yeah, I remember the demiplane. I remember Ellen. I know Fred had one. I mean,
Fred had one.
It was,
I thought
there
Andrew
were
had
only
the
3
other.
pieces.
no, there's 4.
I thought there were 4.
Oh, that's right.
It's either Enola or Ander that has it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably
Nola's
was
got it.
It was
Nola's
yeah,
got
no, it was a Nolo because he's
Oh.
good at defending things. I remember
Because
that.
you
We got it.
defend it. Yeah,
Okay.
there it is.
that's right. Hey, we did it.
Hey, teamwork.
And I know that this is not a popular thing to put out there, but are we sure we don't want to ask Fred's help?
Well, if we're going to talk to him to get the piece from him, then might as well. If we're going to take the piece by more dexterous means, then no.
I thought he was already in on all of this.
No, I think he was pretty much set against it, wasn't he?
No, we.
I mean,
Okay,
I
hold
like
on,
the
let's-
idea, but
Doing it
Yeah.
without asking.
Let's clear up our player, like our actual personal understanding of what's going
Yeah.
on, because I'm confused because I thought we talked to Fred and Fred was cool with this, but worried. That's what
Right.
I had gotten from it. DM, can you just like what are we actually what is Fred's current
That
what do we
was
know?
my. I mean, he's generally against opening the seal up to let people out because he's just worried that most of that stuff's going to spill out and Zedulus to come out and take over again, and warp minds and twist all of you around. That's his deep fear. I mean, but then again, he can't necessarily stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I
if
remember
we-
him being sort of on the fence with it.
So if he's afraid of things getting out, what if we incorporate him into our plan and we allow him to stay at the end of the tunnel and ensure that nothing does get out? And I can say things that are truth, like he's best to be the strongest one in this entire party, even more than Thurkir, because Thurkir's a loser. That if he could best me in an arm wrestling competition, that he could surely guard the gates to that hellhole.
I was thinking a lot of this. Wait, are you reading my mind? No, wait a minute. You can't actually
Wait,
do that.
does Verdolo have psychic powers? I'm so confused.
That's right, I do.
But
can
I
read
was
everybody.
thinking something similar. Yes.
Oh, Zir can help too.
Sarah could help.
If we gave Fred the amulet to open and then thereby maybe even close it behind us,
Probably the safest option.
except that we are trapped in there then.
Safest for everyone who isn't us.
Well, the teleportation thing is we bring that full circle, right? So, like, if we're in there and trapped, you magic guys, can we teleport out?
We
You
have
all
those rings of home.
Your home ring should work.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, no, so yeah, cool.
So we can pull the escape hatch. Yeah,
What do I do with that secret word?
Yeah, mine's Farpignugan.
mine's waffles.
Flamingo!
Yeah, Elvis disappeared.
And there's your one use a day. Goodbye.
Damn it.
That's not one use a day. I thought we were doing it like
No.
1,000.
Oh yeah, no, I was doing
No,
it
I'm
tons.
kidding.
Yeah, it's unlimited. Which
So
is
yeah, I said that.
much
I got where we were.
Okay, what's the plan?
We're gonna talk to Fred.
Okay. So as you finish up, you start roaming around and you find Fred upstairs in the billiards room, looking at the dartboard and kind of just, here's a dartboard way up here. He's down here. He's like, eh. And he's missing horribly. Like he's not good at darts at all. And but anyway,
I don't know. It just seems really funny to me that, like, of all the things he can do, he's bad at darts.
So he turns around, he looks over you, you see his little eyes just over the billiards table. He's like, oh hey, come on in. You know this game?
Been in a tavern. I've thrown a dart or two.
So he puts the darts down on on a small table next to him. Hey, have at it. Feel free. I was just killing some time. Trying to get better at this. I guess. What's up?
Well, Fred, we were thinking that you've been so good to us. And we kind of don't feel right about letting your family be in some unknown state. So we were thinking that if you would help us, maybe we would go in there and lay everyone to rest.
Permanently.
And he looks around at all of you, and he definitely, even though you've cleaned up a bit, you can tell that you are all serious adventurers. He's looking at your weapons, just how you carry yourselves, the sincerity in your faces, especially Ander. He's like looking you dead in the eyes right now, and he's like, you want me to help?
Well, we thought maybe you and Zara could be. We could reassemble the amulet, and you could unseal the doorway. We would go in, and you would seal it behind us, and you could be Big Fred. And in case anything did try to get by us, which fine, let's look at us. But in the small chance that something could get by us, you'd be able to send it back in there. And then we would go in and we would just lay everything to rest, and we'd have a peace of mind, and you would know for sure that your loved ones were in a better place.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. What could go wrong?
That's what we say.
Oh, I mean nothing.
Nothing. Nothing could go. Well, many things could, but few things will.
We often say that ourselves when we're still here.
Frequently.
Most of us.
Oh.
For Nedwin.